Namaste, gods, goddesses, and emissaries of light. This is Dr. Tajen. If you are new to my channel, please click like, subscribe, and do not forget to hit the notification bell so you can be updated with the latest videos that I have. All right, I am going to be talking to you about the GI solar storm that is in effect right now at this very now moment. And it's going to be in effect all the way up until March the 1st. We need to get our shift together, literally. Now, the words that I am about to speak will be different vernacular and what you are used to hearing me speak because I am going to be doing a channeling from the higher dimensions. Not saying that I don't channel from the higher dimensions, I do, but I try to speak in layman terms so when the coding is coming in, I am saying it a little bit differently from what I'm hearing it so I can be able to convey it to some that are not on 5D and above frequency. But if you are here listening to this video at this very moment, that tells me that you are on 5D, which stands for 5 dimension. You're in the 5th dimension or above if you're able to come to this channel and watch this video and view it at this very now moment. There is no ifs, there is no ends, there is no buts. You are there. Whether you're there for a moment or not, it doesn't matter. You're here. Which means that you're going to be taking in some very high vibrational information and it's going to serve to your soul as food. Because right now, what I'm about to give the divine masculine and the divine feminine collectively, all together, individually, and whole, is soul food that is coming down from the heavens like manna. Okay, this is what you need in order to get your shift together during these perilous times that are about to come upon us within this week, which started today. Well, literally yesterday, because technically it's past 12 a.m. my time. But you get my drift, okay? I was led to do this video because normally I don't do more than one divine masculine and divine video a day, divine feminine video a day. But out of the love of my heart, I'm doing this as a labor of love. I'm putting the word out there so you'll know, because I think it's very important that you do be in a know of what's going on around you in the cosmos. For some of you that do not know what the heck a GI solar storm is, it is when the sun is facing the earth. And just like the moon came to the earth with the supermoon last week and it brought some shifts, some of you guys came into union, whether it was, through text, whether it was, through phone calls, whatever type of open communication. You guys were communicating, having a good time. Everybody loved each other. And then all of a sudden, there was a break. Well, I'm about to explain why. Because anything that is not right and 100% normally gets shifted out of, existence, and it is not in vibrational alignment with you. It comes out of alignment. You can't fake the funk when it comes to consciousness. Okay. So, in the last 30 days, I received news from about 4 people. 4th person today told me that they're coming into union, which lets me know that union is a reality for all of us and that the work must be done on our part in order for that to come into play. I will be discussing how the divine feminine and the divine masculine will be feeling about each other during these important solar flares. I will bring up what needs to be healed, what elements need to be used from the divine feminine and the divine masculine both. And before I do so, let me call in some help. You already know how I do it, okay? I call in air, fire, water, earth, spirit, and ether. I also call upon the highest of the high, which is Yarhe-Vahe, to be able to give me the information that is necessary for this moment in all time and directions. And so it is Divine masculine. If you look at the first card, which is the light, this is how you look at your divine feminine. Now, you guys, if you look at this card, the image that is here, you will see a woman opening the window and getting enveloped by the outside brightness that is coming in. And in ancient times, artificial light was very different than it is now. And our houses at night, currently, we can live like we are in an enchanted castle. But just a few generations ago, everything was lit just by flickering lights of candles. As you can now see, I have my candle flickering. I have 2 candles flickering, Michael Archangel. But can you imagine this being all the way around your house? Yeah, that's how it was back in those times, in those generations, okay? So at that time, I think it was easier to feel the power and the intensity of the natural light, as if what I'm now experiencing with these candles being lit before me. Artificial light came into existence, and guess what it did, you guys? It changed our world. And the way that we wake up and we rise to the sunrise, okay? Sometimes when we have to get up in the middle of the night, we turn on the light and we go into the restroom and we empty out our bladder or do whatever else we have to do, and we come back to sleep and it's still dark. So we're surrounded by artificial light. And sometimes to surround ourselves with light, we need to see things less literally, like choosing friends that are true friends, loving and being loved, and being true, and being honest, and having integrity. And never forget to notice the energy that is around us. Divine masculine, do not turn away from the light. The divine feminine is your light. While everything else is just artificial, she is the only real thing. Okay? Next, we have respect. I'm looking at this card. This is how the divine feminine views the divine masculine, with respect. If you look at the picture, you'll see a man, a very small man at that, in front of a huge mountain. The man holds a child on his shoulders, and the child points to the mountain. Mind you, this is the last card of this tarot deck that I pulled from. And it represents respect. Respect in the sense that nature does not just mean not to pollute, because that's what the word respect means. It's about how we feel toward one another. In front of nature, we are small. Small things are important to divine masculine. No matter how you may appear small or insignificant compared to nature or things in nature, you are larger than life itself to the divine feminine. Okay? Next, you have nurturing. This card represents your union. This is the energy of your union. During this time, it's all about growing things and taking care of them. And as you can see, the lady is on her knees watering and blossoming the flowers. Love is like a garden. It needs to be tended, it needs to be tilled, it needs to be taken care of, it needs to be nurtured. And during this GI solar storm, the universe, God, and myself want you to know that things do not happen without effort. Effort really takes the form of something huge and titanic or ginormous or gargantuan, gargantuan commitment and effort is manifested with attention to your divine feminine. Empathy. Care for her. Be gentle with her. Give her punctuality. If you say that you're going to call, call. If you say that you're going to come, come on time. Love is in the attention. First and foremost, that's how you show love. By showing up. By being present in the relationship. Then follows patience. And just a bit of selflessness. And all the growing energies are in the right place. So there's something else that may grow and flourish during these shifts. Wow. Next, we're going to look at what the divine masculine and the divine feminine need to work on during the GI solar rays. Okay. All right. So you see, I have 6 cards here. I have 3 on the top, 3 on the bottom. So first, let's go with the fire and the water. Oh my goodness, this is really deep. The divine feminine needs to work on fire and water element. Fire represents the divine masculine and the water element represents the divine feminine, in case you guys didn't know. Okay. All right. So water, the divine feminine element, connects to our soul and emotions. We can be like a still river or like a stormy sea. I'm sure some of you divine masculines will agree with that. We could drown your butt in that sea too. Okay. Now, going deep within and becoming still, we can bring spiritual awareness. Water also symbolizes healing, cleansing, and purification. Fire, the masculine element, is purifying energy connected to our spiritual consciousness and the heart chakra, for some of you that may not know. Fire creates and destroys and brings new life. There is a candle in every church, isn't it? Of course it is. On this card, there are 2 elements that are coming together. Working with fire and water can help you, divine feminine, to understand, understand, and overstand alchemy and also the healing properties of the mineral plant world, okay? Even today, shamans around the world work in harmony with minerals and plants to help them in the healing arts, divine feminine. By using these 2 elements, you can help heal the relationship between you and your divine masculine. Okay? Divine masculine. As you have the green angel card, this is the angel that gives balance. You're now experiencing growth and balance combined. You can find the angel in God's garden, the garden within us all. Metaphysically speaking, this is known as the Garden of Eden. When you link with the green angel, she can help you to find peace and understanding, understanding, and overstanding. So you can comprehend both the positive and negative emotions that you are currently fighting within yourself. She helps bring back harmony and to comprehend and recognize the great power that lies deep within you. This green angel will bring the power to germinate the seeds within your soul. As these seeds begin to grow, so the power of peace and a pathway to God starts to blend within you. Like the flowers in God's Garden of Eden, the elements that you'll be working with, divine masculine, will be both earth, water, and air. Divine masculine, you need to meditate on a color green and visualize it and breathe in the green color ray. Okay. Now we'll move on to the energy of the relationship. which is the Rainbow Falls. Okay. Ooh. Didn't mean for that to happen. That's a beautiful illustration right there. The Rainbow Falls, both divine masculine and divine feminine. You can go into spiritual meditation, okay, where all of the elements of this card will be called into play, because this card represents actually all 4 elements. The 4 elements are in all of us, and learning to understand, and overstand that the elements help us to comprehend ourselves better. The angel in the falls is a teacher of the elemental world. So each week you need to meditate on one element at a time. And I will drop a link so you can listen to the Koshi bells for earth, air, fire, and water. I listen to this every single night before I go to sleep. And it is so soothing. I also have an affirmation for you too. And the affirmation is, the door of comprehending the elements is within us all. That is the affirmation that you should be using this week and next week and the week after next, because you want to do an element every single week, one element at a time, until you're in complete vibrational alignment. Now, there are 2 cards that are underneath. Let me move these so you can see them more clear. Okay. See? This represents the divine feminine. This one represents the divine masculine. But let's draw on the divine feminine. Okay. This card is what the divine feminine stands for in connection to the divine masculine in the union. The divine feminine serves as a tree of vision and tradition. You see that? Notice how deeply planted her roots are, going down into the earth. Now that you have seen that, the divine masculine feels grounded and rooted when he is with her, because she is his support, just like that tree. Trees are known in shamanism to take on the sickness and the illnesses of others that lean on it or hug it for support. Well, that's exactly what the divine feminine is. She is the divine masculine support system. No one can take away his pain and suffering and illness but his divine feminine. And that's the truth. Because this is the very reason that she was created for. To transform, to transmute, and to push everything down to the roots of the earth where it can be absorbed. And as it's being absorbed, the divine masculine is able to heal. Now, I want you to look above the tree's head, or the top of the trees. You'll see that there are 9 doves that are encircling around the crown of the tree. This represents spiritual wisdom and the divine feminine's connection to the divine. All right. Next, you'll see the card that represents the divine masculine, which is the salmon. You see that? Now, it's very important that you know that the salmon is a very important totem when it comes to shamanism. I don't know if you really know what the salmons do, but yearly they go and travel thousands of miles on a journey yearly. They are very significant for reproduction and the sum total of the shaman's quest for knowledge. For within the mouth of the salmon, it contains an entire microcosm. And as the salmon journey, yearly traveling thousands of miles to breed down the river, which gives it life, it symbolizes the journey that the divine masculine has to go through, great depths and heights of cosmos in order to be on his quest for his true self. And the struggle of the salmon shows how difficult this can be for the divine masculine as well. It can be a very risky undertaking and is not to be taken lightly. The divine masculine really does have a quest that is very arduous. It's not easy, you see. Divine feminine and divine masculine. As you are in the eye of the storm, literally and spiritually, it is now time for you to unplug from the matrix and tap into your true, authentic, divine selves. Claim your sovereignty. Do the healing work that is necessary, because there is a storm, and it is a storm, a heavenly storm in the cosmos, and it is taking place upon the earth. And I have now come to the conclusion of my reading. Oh my goodness, that was a powerful reading. I hope that you got the mastery of what I was saying. I hope that you really take this reading seriously. Know that you are in a divine soul contract. Know that heaven and earth is conspiring for this union to be together. Know that you're going to be in deep depression, divine masculine, until time eternal if you do not come into union with your divine feminine. You've been fighting this ever since the very beginning of the relationship. It's time for you to put your barriers down. It's time for you to go within, get grounded, get rooted, get in alignment so you can be in the happiest, blissful state all the time, which is enlightenment, because you're only going to receive enlightenment once you get in union with the one that is meant for you, the other half of your soul, your rib, okay? Your holy grail, which is the divine feminine. All right. It is a good karma to like, share, comment, subscribe. Leave a love donation if you feel inclined to, or you can purchase a gift from my Amazon gift registry. I now wrap you in my love, and I cloak you with the light of Christ consciousness. And so it is, everyone. Namaste.